Hello everyone, we decided we'd do a short tutorial here to help people with anybody that's received a gift, the new battery Quickener technology. And this is it, you see right here, this is how it comes out of the box. It comes with, we'll just go over basically how it works. It's a very simple device. There are some do's and don'ts, and if you've got one of these, you also have a list of do's and don'ts here. And basically it's operating instructions. Yeah, I'm going to go over all 10 of them, and then we'll go into actually showing you how it works. This is the most efficient battery charger ever made, to my knowledge. They're pretty much 100%. People test them. Some people say 90, some people say 80, some people say 150, some people say 300%. So they're different. Depends on who's testing it and what kind of opinion you get. But we'll have other videos here you can watch the test yourself and decide for yourself. Anyway, and we already have some up as well, and some testimonies from people that have them. There's a number of advantages. One of the biggest ones is it rejuvenates most batteries as it charges them, and it's been tested 5 to 10 times higher efficiency than any other charger out there. And that includes other chargers that are claiming OverUnity. They tested in the same category as ordinary chargers you get at Walmart for $30. Okay, so the 10 things to remember is make sure your battery is disconnected from everything else electronic in your car, from everything electronic in your car, in your house, in your battery. Like if you're charging a computer battery, there's electronics in those. Some cell phone batteries have electronics in those. If you charge those and you leave the electronics in, the chances are good that you will destroy your electronics. And your car, the computer is always parallel with your battery. So what you want to do is disconnect the positive lead on your car battery before you charge the battery. And that's important. That's number one on operating instructions. And anything that's electronic, always disconnect it unless it's something you just don't care about. If you don't care if you're going to fry the electronics, then go ahead and fry them. But if it's something important to you, disconnect it. Now, electrical devices you can charge. You can charge capacitors, you can run motors, you can run resistors. Simple electrical devices, no problem. But electronic devices are very sensitive to all kinds of different types of energy, and they're only made for small amounts of electron energy only. They're not made to handle the type of energy coming out of this charger. So disconnect electronics if you don't want to fry your electronics. Okay, that's number one. Number two, and I don't know if this is in here now, I'm gonna add this. Don't play with over 40 volts until you're really good at this. This battery charger will go quite a bit higher. So don't play with anything higher than 40 volts until you're good at using it. Get skilled at it first. Get in practice charging the little ones like the 9 volts and the 1.5 volts and so on. And get good at charging those before you go anything high voltage. Get good at the 12 volts. Get good at the 24 volts. Go up in voltage with caution, because electricity over about 40 volts will shock you, and 60, 80 volts can kill you. So be careful. And mainly you'll get killed from the battery pack that you're trying to charge. If you got a high voltage battery pack that's 100 volts or something like that, or 80 volts, you can get killed from that battery pack. So do be careful about that. Number two, all batteries, the target voltage should be set about 20% higher. I'd say 20 to 30% higher, but 20% higher is a good number. Until you get good at this, 20% higher is a good number. Lead acid, it says 25% higher. And again, it could be 30% higher, but again, start out 20% until you get good at it, or 25% in that range. In other words, a 12-volt battery, 12 times 1.25, or 1.25 times 12 is 15 volts. So you should set your 12 volt battery, set target voltage here at 15 volts. And we'll show you how to do that in a minute. You press the touch screen, watch the screen. Is everything reading correctly? If not, contact one of us here at the ministry. Connect, you can send us an email or whatever. You can double check it with your own meters if you want to see how accurate. There's a voltmeter meter and an amp meter built in, and if it's not reading correctly, you let us know. If you see anything doesn't look right, let us know. Connect the red output clips to the positive terminal of the battery and the black clip to the negative terminal battery. Be very careful not to get this turned around. You get this turned around, you can fry the charger. You have to check it 3 times. Make sure the red's on positive and the black's on negative. Check it 3 times. Double check it, triple check it. Very important. Do not fry your charger. You just got it. Don't destroy it the first day you got it. Be very careful. Check it, double check it, triple check it. Press setup and enter the desired target voltage, and then press OK. And we'll show you how to do that in a minute. That's how you get started. Select an amperage toggle switch. That's down here. The unit will continue. Okay, do not change the amperage switches while charging. If you want to change amperage, press cancel before adjusting amperage switches. Okay, we're going to go through all that, and so you'll see that in a minute. The unit will continue to charge until the desired voltage is reached, or press cancel to end the cycle. You may decrease or increase the voltage during the cycle by pressing the greater than or less than buttons on the screen. You'll see those right down here. The voltage and amperage value displayed on the screen are to be utilized as a general guide. The type or condition of the battery being charged can affect the accuracy of the readings. So they may be a little off, but if they're a lot off, you get in touch with us. But if there's a little off, don't sweat it. It's just normal. The type of battery can slightly affect it. And also your incoming line voltage can affect it slightly. Anyway, get your consultation if anyone has received these chargers as your gift. So the gift of the charger comes with a 1-hour consultation, up to 1 hour, to help you understand your charger better. Usually you don't need that much. Usually it's pretty self-explanatory. Also, do not leave it unattended. Make sure the main power switch is turned off when not in use. Voltages can be very high, so exercise caution when using this device. Okay, so now we're going to show you how it works. Set the target voltage, hit setup. We'll pick a battery. Here's the end clips. It comes with end clips. Now we got some fancier ones. You probably won't see anything like this. You'll see something a little fancier when you get it. We got a few different batteries here. Now this will charge even big 12-volt batteries. This will charge forklift batteries. This will charge electric car batteries. This will charge any kind of battery pack you can imagine. Okay, on your batteries, your 9-volt batteries, we'll start with those. 9-volt batteries, you have a plus symbol on one side and a negative on the other. Make sure you get those right. Every single battery I've ever seen is always marked. I've rarely seen one that's not marked. If it's not marked, hook it up to a regular meter and read it. And if it reads negative on the meter, then that means you got your polarity backwards. And when it reads positive, the one that's on your red clip, if your meter's plugged in right and everything, if your probes are plugged into your meter right, the one that's on the red clip will be positive, which is this one on this side, and the other one will be negative. And that's how you tell. But almost 99% of all batteries have a plus on one side and a negative on the other, or at least a plus on one side. If you look real close, you got to look real close. Also, it's good to look to see what you're charging. This says 9 volts on it. It's important to look to see what you're charging. Okay, so this we know if it's 9 volts, then you do your little rule 20%. That comes out to 11 volts. It's actually, I think it's 10.8 volts is full charge for this. So let's hook it up to the charger, and let's program in 10.8 volts and hit OK. Now it tells us the target is 10.8 and it's telling the current reading is 5.8. That means this battery's almost dead. It's 5.8. Okay, you follow that? Now you hit start, and I should have turned on the lowest switch first. I'm doing it a little wrong. Anyway, it's already at 11 volts, and so it cut off. It's already at 100%. These will charge up pretty fast because there's a lot of resistance in these. But they're still good for a lot of things. I've used them. So let me try to find one that's a little more dead. If I have to, I'll short it out. A short one out. Let's see. Let me short this one out. I'm shorting it, and I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not, but I'm shorting out this one. Let's run it down. It's hard to find a dead battery when you got one of these chargers. Everything charges up so fast. and you just enjoy it so much that you want to charge all your neighbors' batteries for them too. That's what I do. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, let's see if we got that rundown part of. It's not good to short out any battery, but that's what I did. I don't have a load handy here. Okay, 8.2 volts. I just hooked this up. It's 8.2 volts, so that means it is down a bit. And let's hit start. It'll go up to 10.8. Let's see how long it takes. I dead shorted it, so that's why it's at 8.2. It was probably at 9.6 before that. It's 8.7, 8.8. Yeah, this one's not so much internal resistance. That's why it's taking longer. If you wanted to go faster, it won't hurt a thing at all on these. You just flip this one. Well, again, you shouldn't flip it while it's running. You should hit cancel. It is at 9 volts already, but I'm gonna just show you something. Hit cancel, and I'm gonna flip the switch and hit start again. Okay, now watch this. See, it's already at 10. It's already at 11, 10.8. It went to 10.8 that quick. And you let it settle down a little bit. It's back at 9. Hit start again. And it's a 10.8. So right now we're putting in 1/4 of an amp. Before we were putting in 10 milliamps. This one's 10 milliamps. This one's 1/4 of an amp. This one's about 1.5 amps. This one's 3 amps. This one's 3.5 amps, and this one's 6 amps. And you can turn them all on at once if you want to. I don't recommend it, especially when you're new at it. You blow up a battery like this real quick. With these type of batteries, you got to always stay in the lower range. It's the lower 2. Yeah, and the bigger your battery, the more you can turn on. But still, it's better. These all add together, basically, is what's happening here. The amperages add together. And, okay, let's start it one more time. Okay, it's a 10.2, 9.2, excuse me. Oh, it's 100% already. Yeah, okay, start again. 84, yeah, it goes to 100% that quick. It only takes like a second to charge because it's already been charged once or twice. But it doesn't hurt to charge it 3 or 4 or 5 times and then do the trickle charge, the smallest charge. And now we're at 86%. And you can watch it for 5 minutes if you want. The timer's over here, by the way. It's 10 seconds that we've been charging since I turned it on the lowest setting, which is 10 milliamps. It's 10 milliamps going into the battery. And we're at 9.3, 9.4. And I would say in about 5 minutes it'll be charged at this rate. But we don't need to wait that long. It's close enough to charge right now, honestly. Any battery has over 9 volts in it is pretty good. So the rule of thumb on 9-volt batteries is about 20%. Most batteries, 20-25% over the rated voltage. So again, do your math. If it's a 10-volt battery, let's say, then you charge it to 12 volts. If it's a 9-volt battery, charge 11.8 volts. And the target here, excuse me, I said 11.8. I meant to say 10.8. If it's a 9-volt battery, charge it to 10.8. And that's the target here. And I think you got the picture. All right, let me go ahead and you can hit cancel anytime. You get tired of waiting. That was the whole 1 minute and 15 seconds that we waited there. And again, put it on this, and it's about 1 second. There it is, all the way done. See, there it is. Okay, so you can charge up all, and you can series these and charge them up too. You just got to redo your calculation, your computation. We're going to do a 1.5 volt battery so people understand it. And this will do big 12 volt batteries like your car or anything else. And it does most batteries very fast in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. Depends on how big it is and how dead it is, both. Okay, there's a little negative sign here. I don't know if you can see that or not in the camera. There's a little negative sign right there. So we clip the negative, which is the black lead, and you clip the positive on the positive sign. And then we hit go, basically. I don't know if this is far enough back. Oh, okay, see, it's reading 1.5, 1.6. So it's already pretty much fully charged, but we'll charge it some more anyway. Let's set it up. 1.8, 1.9. Okay, I don't know. Let's see, what is 10%? 20. See, 10% would be 0.15, so about 0.3 higher than 1.5 is 1.8. So I'm a little bit higher than I should be, but it's fine. let's put it 1.8. 1.8. Okay, and then start. And there we go. It says 100% already, and that's at a quarter amp. It already went to 100%. In like 1 second, it's fully charged. Now, but it was pretty well charged already, so it's hard to find a dead battery around here. You got to almost make them because this thing works so good. All right, we're going to try again. Let's see. This time I'm only going to put on this one, and we only got the 10 milliamps going in this time. And you see it's charging a little slower. It's 88%. It's bouncing between 83 and 88. We'll give it a few minutes. But you see, I wanted to demonstrate here. This comes with 2 of these special magnets that'll let you clip on to most batteries, let you connect to most batteries. Not all batteries. Some batteries aren't magnetic enough. The stainless steel or the aluminum connection doesn't stick. But you see how these stick. Oh, I shouldn't pull it loose while it's running. Let me hit cancel. Okay. Now, while it's off, if you pull this loose, basically you can get. You can stick it right back on. See, that's how you stick to the positive negative. Makes it much easier to hook up batteries. Almost all batteries, not all of them, but I'd say 70–80% of them, you can stick a magnet to them. And that makes it real easy to charge. Here's another 1.5 volt. Now this one's bigger diameter, so it's going to need more amperage. Usually the bigger diameter, the bigger physically on a low voltage design, the more amperage. This one should be able to take like 5 amps, no problem, even 10 amps. But we'll put in maybe 1 or 2. We'll just see how it goes. That's what you can do. You can learn with this battery charger as you go, basically. You don't have to know everything ahead of time. But start with this cheap battery, so if you burn up a few, you're not going to regret it. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, make sure I had the positive. There's a positive. Make sure you get the red on the positive. And you don't even have to use these jumper wires. You can just click it right like that. You see, you don't. These leads we got are slightly magnetic, so they hold just fine. You literally do not need these jumper wires. So let me take them off here, just to show you. You don't need them. And I think that shows up pretty good. But we put them in there just in case, because some batteries are not magnetic very much. So this way you can kind of get everything covered. And sometimes you may even have to rig up your own system to connect with the batteries. But most of the time, between the jumper wires and the magnets, you can connect to almost any battery. All right, this time we're at 1.5 volts. We're going to go to 1.8. We'll turn on this couple switches here. This one's 1.5 amps. Let's start at 1.5 amps. See what happens. It's already 100%. So we're going to go down. I think it started at 1.6. Yeah. Now what's happening here? Let's go. Let's try this. Start. Off. We're 1.5. And we're going to go to 1.8. So let's hit start. We're charging it a quarter of an amp, basically. Okay, I'm going to hit cancel and put it in 1.5 amps. Start. It says 100% already. So 1.5 amps, it's 100%. That goes up to 1.8 volts, just like that. Some batteries you do want them to spend a little time in there if you can, like 5 minutes or something. So it's best to try to find the setting that gives you 5 minutes or 3 minutes, and then let it rest for a little bit, and then hit it again. And that's basically. I'm going to charge it one more just because I wanted to charge this one. I just found this somewhere outside somewhere. Somebody was throwing it away, so I want to see if it's any good. I never seen a battery like this before, but it is a battery. Well, this will charge capacitors too, by the way. Make sure we got the positive and negative right. And let's see what happens here. It says 3.8 volts. Let's see what this is rated at. I think this one's dead, so I wanted to charge something that really is dead. This was thrown out, so let's see if it charges or anything. I don't know if it will. I'm trying to figure out the volt. Here it is. It says size, looks like AA, but okay, here's the volts, 3.6. Well, this thing's fully charged too. That's pitiful. I thought I was gonna get to charge a battery. This one's fully charged also. So, it's 3.6, so I should set it about 4 point. It's already charged, but let's see what happens anyway. Set up 4.5, let's say 4.1. Okay, start. It's fully charged. Let's try starting it down here. Yeah, even at 10 milliamps, it charges up pretty fast. It's already 4 volts. Yeah, 97%, that quick. That's it, cancel. See where it is here, start. Yeah, full. Yeah, so at a quarter of an amp, it's full really fast. So even that battery there, which should be a dead battery, it looks fully good. But that's what the beauty of this charger is. So that concludes the tutorial on the charger. If you have any trouble, you can still get your consultation anytime if you've gotten one of these chargers.